like every day, right? I take that gamble. I've done the math and I've calculated the risk, and I don't care if I make enough time up for how much, like if I save enough time, then that cost pays itself back. So as long as I like save enough time, then it breaks even, or I get a benefit. And so the benefit is worth it, in my opinion. So today I was in the carpool lane, and I come around a bend, and I know the cops hang out like in this little shoulder, and it's not a full shoulder, it's where the motorcycle cops sit. So I look for them when I come around the bend. I look way up ahead to see if they're there, and I looked all the way around, and I was like, okay, I don't see them. So I take the bend, I'm in the carpool lane, and I'm driving, and I get up over the hill, and then there's the fucking motorcycle cop guy, and he looks at me like dead in the eyes, and I just looked at him, made eye contact, and smiled and waved, and he just shook his head. He was like, oh, you motherfucker. And it was so funny, and he didn't like get me because he was, I think because he had already pulled somebody over, and he was driving to go, he was walking to go get the ticket stuff and write the ticket or whatever. But it was just fucking hilarious. I got really lucky. And then today when I was getting back on the ramp in Seattle, I had to stop for gas. So I figured, I've seen gas stations like on my way in, and I don't normally stop in Seattle because the traffic is so bad, but I really needed gas, and so I was like, okay, I'll just pull over right here and fill up. And so I had to find a new way onto the ramp, and so I just like followed my nose, and I got it, and I nailed it. And that's really lucky for one-way streets in downtown Seattle, so it worked out really good. And so I'm like merging in the carpool lane because there's a fucking backup, and I'm like, okay, I know when I normally merge, it's at the next merge, so I normally see a cop like right behind that merge, sitting there trying to get people. So I was like, I know that I'm risking it right now because there's usually a cop up here on the left. And so I was like, I do like a little calculation in my head, like how often have I seen him recently? Is he likely to be there again? Because, you know, 6 times out of 7 he's there, but then there's that 1 out of 7 time that he's not there. And so I was like, he's in there all week, he's probably not there today. So I took that risk, and I get on the ramp, and then he ended up being like 8 cars behind me, but he wasn't sitting there, so he didn't see me merge, and he totally pulled somebody else over. I got really lucky. So sometimes I just, you know, I know the risk and I take it anyway, and it's like works out in my favor. And I just wanted to say that, like, if you end up getting pulled over, it's not your fault. It's just like the luck of the draw, man. Probably not gonna happen again.